Cheese makers, welcome back. Today I'm going to be teaching you a very fun Easter bunny painting. We're going to be using these colors. I am working with some yellow, red, fluorescent violet, blue, black, and white. Now I have a full array of brushes, but the main thing is you want at least one square flat brush, one medium brush that's also flat, and then you also want a small pointy brush for fine details. Now for the first step, we're going to be creating a nice lavender shade with a nice big scoop of white, a big scoop of fluorescent violet, and a very, very, very small touch of blue. We're going to take this color and we're going to very roughly throw some in, making sure that we're not painting the center of our canvas or the top left and bottom right corners of our canvas. Once we're done throwing that in, we're going to be mixing up a darker purple by grabbing some more fluorescent violet and more blue, mixing those up, and we're going to be adding that to the top left and bottom right corners. And while that lavender is still wet, we want them to blend. We're going to do random brush strokes. Sometimes you can do like crisscross marks. Sometimes you could just do the same brush stroke over and over again, long brush strokes, but you just want them to blend together. And it can be rough, it can be textured, it doesn't need to be perfect. Mix, 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 blend, blend, blend. Then we're going to clean off our brush, get into some white paint. We're going to throw the white paint in that center area of our canvas and blend that out into our lavender. Once our background is done, we're going to be taking about a 10 to 15 minute dry break before we come back to paint in our bunny. And we're back. We're going to be taking a small brush in white paint to draw out the bunny. For the head, we're going to draw a little dot on the left side about 1/3 up from the bottom of our canvas. And on the bottom, we're going to be just shy of halfway. Connect those two lines with a nice rainbow. And there you go. You got yourself a head for your bunny. Now for the ears, we're going to be drawing really, really long lines. 2 long lines that almost go off the top or do go off the top of your canvas. Got 1. And we got 2. Now we want to give the ears some shape. We want them to be a little bit more narrow where it connects to the head, and it's going to get thick towards the middle and then come back to a point at the top. Almost like an elongated football shape. Then we're going to be taking our bigger brush or a medium brush, getting it in white paint and filling up our bunny, the head, and the ears. Next, we want to add a touch of color to the center of our ears. We're going to grab a scoop of white and a very, very small touch of red to mix up a very light baby pink. And we're going to be throwing that color just in the center of the ears while that white paint is wet. I'm not trying to get a very defined shape, just trying to get a little color towards the center. Next, we're going to be throwing in some zigzags. We're going to be mixing up a hot pink. So in that light pink we created, add another big scoop of red. We're going to be using a nice square flat brush. Starting along the bottom on the right side, we're just going to do some zigzag motions like you're drawing the letter M or the letter W. Just keep going with those zigzags. I'm going to do a whole bunch of these lines, and it's giving me, a nice Easter egg pattern. Next, with our small brush, we're going to be mixing up some yellow and white paint, even amounts of both. And we're going to be drawing some lines on the outside edges of each zigzag line, both the top and the bottom edge. Then we're going to take some white paint on our small brush to add a couple of highlights throughout those yellow lines we just put in. Now that our background is done, we can focus on the bunny features. I'm going to be taking my medium brush and I'm going to be creating a kind of medium rosy pink, adding a little bit of white to that hot pink we used for our zigzag. We're going to be drawing a triangle shape, an upside down triangle, and making sure that those corners are nice and rounded. We're going to fill that in and we have a cute little bunny nose. Next, we're going to add the mouth for the bunny, taking a small pointy brush in black paint. We're going to start at the bottom tip of the nose, and we're going to be drawing 2 loops out, one on each side. Next, we're going to be taking the back end of our brush, or the handle, poke it in black paint, and we're going to poke 3 freckles on the cheeks of our bunny. Now for the eyes, we're going to be taking a medium brush that's flat and round at the edge. We're going to be getting into black paint, and we're going to be drawing 2 oval-shaped eyes. If you find this brush to be a little bit more difficult to use, you can use a smaller brush to just draw them out. But we're going to draw 2 eyes in. Oh, look, our bunny is coming together. This is so exciting. Now we're going to be adding some eyelashes to our eyes. With a small pointy brush in black paint, I'm going to add 3 lines to the top edge of our eyes, having them just flick out. We want them to be nice and thin, so keep light pressure on your brush. Lastly, for the eyes, we want to give them a nice highlight. So we're going to take the handle or the back end of our brush in white paint and polka dot towards the top of the eyes. Next, I want to give my bunny a pretty little bow. With my small brush, I'm going to be mixing together some white and yellow paint if your yellow mixture has dried up. I'm going to start off by drawing a little circle in the right ear, on the bottom of the right ear, and then 2 triangle shapes that come out on the sides of that circle. Then we're going to fill in the bow. To give the bow some texture, I'm going to be taking my small brush in white paint and adding a few streaks of white throughout the bow. Now the last step is to take a small pointy brush in black paint. We're going to draw an outline around the nose, the head, and the ears, and the bow as well. Now, once you're done with your very cute bunny, don't forget to sign your painting. Most people sign it in the bottom corner, but you can sign it wherever you wish. I recommend a nice pointy brush in a color that stands out. Now, I hope you're happy with your painting. I had so much fun painting this cute bunny, and we would love to see what you're painting at home. You can post them on social media, and don't forget to tag us at muse_paintbar so we can check out your bunnies. Now, if you love this tutorial and want to see more from our channel, we have so many other tutorials that you can watch and learn from. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that, don't forget to always paint outside the lines.